sorry to say, the loudest in voice and most effective. It's not the business people of the country. It's Social Security and Medicare recipients, that group. That's the most powerful group. Is it a correct group? Of course. Is the AARP growing too strong? I don't know. But the system does permit somebody else to come up and compete, and so we get competition in the lobbying. And I have no way of telling you what kind of a card we should put in front of people and then choose from how they answer questions, whether they're good lobbyists or bad lobbyists. I don't think I know how to do that. Does anybody else have a question?
Yes, right here.
Yes, sir.
My name is Richard Tolbert. I'm a trustee from Kansas City, Missouri, and I'm 67 years old. But when I saw the blue line on your chart that you had up a while ago, the health costs,
yes,
I was reminded that when I came out of school and college in the 60s and got my first job in corporate America, they picked up health costs, and they offered generous retirement programs that included some health coverage. Today, everywhere I look, employers are saying we can't afford to pay for health care anymore, and I see even retirees are having their pension programs canceled.
yes.
Therefore, if the employers aren't having to bear the cost of health care, can't they afford to pay a little bit more in taxes to pick up the cost of the health care programs that the government has now taken over?
Yes, very good question. First of all, some people in public office attempt to tell the citizenry that they know when the totality of taxes is too high. Is 20% of GDP right? Or is 18 better? Is 22% too high? We don't know. Now, what we do know is what was the ratio of the total taxation of our people and entities and corporations? What was the totality of it when it worked, had 5 or 6 good years? We know what the percent was. And we at least know that you don't have real high percentages of the taxes and have good, solid, growing years. So what's happening to our country, sir, is we are getting poorer, P-O-O-R-E-R, poorer and poorer. Just look around and see the streets and the pavement and everything is kind of getting old, and we're getting older and poorer. And part of that is because the competition from overseas, led by Japan, is so ferocious that they pay so much less to put their goods together, and we have found no way to say to them, you cannot shove all of that on America and put our people out of work, or put the cost of their goods that they sell down so low to meet the competition that they can't make enough money to do all the things for their workers. It is an international market, even when it comes to what corporations can afford to pay for the people they hire. And I think you run into that in your question, and I've tried a little bit to explain it, and thank you for asking me. Let's take one more.
Senator, my name is Don Singer.
Yes.
Senator, my name is Don Singer. I'm a trustee from the San Bernardino Community College District in California.
California.
You talk about making the tax code more fair. Would you, or more importantly, your Republican colleagues, agree that people like Warren Buffett and Willard Mitt Romney should pay the same tax rate as Warren Buffett's secretary? They pay about 1/2 of Warren Buffett's secretary. Is that fair? And if not, should it be changed?
Yeah, sir, I didn't put before you a total reform package. I have one. It's very good. It's the one we put together, Dr. Alice Rivlin and I, for the Bipartisan Policy Committee, and it does not give any capital gain preference at all. So there's no capital gain preference in it. You do the reform by getting rid of a lot of the the things they have that are tax deductions, that plenty of them are in Buffett's portfolio and plenty of them are in the man running for president, and they get knocked out in our proposal. And it's more straightforward, and everybody pays a fairer share of the load. Would I support just that portion? I wouldn't support piecemeal solutions to this problem. I think the problem ought to be solved in a large proposal solving the whole budget, the whole tax code at one time. It can be done, and it ought to include what you're talking about. Thank you for the question. All right, where are we now? Thank you all very much. Nice to be with you.
Well, let's thank again the Honorable Pete Domenici for coming and being with us today. And thank you for your questions. As you leave, please remember to complete the evaluation forms located in your registration packet at the registration desk or on the ACCT mobile app for your convenience. Your feedback is very important for us to continue to improve this meeting. Our next session is the overview of 2012 Community College priorities, and it will take place downstairs in the Washington Suites. Please help us by clearing the room as soon as possible so that the next session can be prepared for. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll have a good rest of the day. Yes. Thank you. That was good. I'm sorry about those questions. And it's like they just came up. Well, they came up and they just